Of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few centers I would drop this week. And these guys, they're not going to help you towards the playoffs or in the playoffs, in my opinion. The first center I would drop this week is Mason Plumlee of the Charlotte Hornets. So obviously the Hornets got Montrezl Harrell at the NBA trade deadline. And he's obviously eating into Plumlee's minutes and obviously his stat lines as well on the season here for Plumlee. 6.6 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 62% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, 6.4 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 57% from the field. But right now, Plumlee, he's only playing about 25 minutes a game here for this Hornet team. And he's only going to score 6-7 points a game, maybe get 9 to 10 rebounds. But besides that, he don't do much of anything else to help fantasy teams. February 25th versus Toronto, 8 points, 10 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 100% from the field. February 27th versus Detroit, 5 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 50% from the field. And February 28th at Milwaukee, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, and 25% from the field. So right here, the production isn't there. The playing time isn't there. And like I mentioned, with Harrell in town now here for the Charlotte Hornet team, there's no reason to hold on to Plumlee in 12-team leagues or deeper, and he's been dropped in 2% of fantasy leagues. The next center I look to drop this week's Raquan Holmes of the Sacramento Kings. So it's been a terrible season here for Raquan Holmes, and now he's banged up with a back injury and with Sabonis in town as well now after that big deal went down. The touches are going to go down for Holmes and the production. So he got his contract last season at least. Good for him. And this year he got off to a good start, but the last couple months here, he's really dropped off on the season. 11 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 66% from the field here for Holmes. But Holmes, we haven't seen him in game action since February 16th. And like I mentioned, with all the factors here, with Sabonis in town now for this King team, and with a back injury that obviously is always serious no matter what, no matter who it is, especially in the NBA or sports here, a back injury is serious if you're going to miss this amount of time like Holmes has so far for the last 2 weeks here. So right now, with all those factors against him and his production going down anyway before he got hurt, he's an easy drop this week here. And the third and final center I look to drop is Jusuf Nurkic of the Portland Trailblazers. So Nurkic, no doubt about it, he's a great talent for the Trailblazers and fantasy owners. But once again, he's on the shelf with a pretty serious injury, with a left foot injury. So we've seen it over the last few years with the knees, the backs, concussions, foot, ankles. Nurkic just can't catch a break. And he was having a great season here. 15 points a game, 11.1 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.1 steals, and 53% from the field. And the last couple weeks before he went down, his averages were out of control in that few game span here was Nurkic, where he had 32 a game on average, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a 3-pointer a game. But right now with this left foot injury, I think he's going to be out for the season. And we know this Portland Trailblazer team, they're going nowhere this year now. Well, Lillard possibly out for the year. They traded McCollum at the NBA trade deadline. And now there's no point, in my opinion, for Nurkic to come back. So if you do watch the channel, I did mention a few weeks ago to sell Nurkic high because I don't think he could have made it throughout the whole season. And with his bad track record, once again, unfortunately, he went down and he's going to be out 4 weeks. So even if you make it to your playoffs, that's still going to be a week or two, maybe, possibly, where Nurkic will be available. But I think he could be out for the season. So that's a few centers I would drop here for Week 19 of the fantasy basketball season.